Hey, we're going to switch gears this morning. It's 9:12. We've got a very shocking statistic that might wake you up if you're not already. Did you know nearly 40% of households here in our state can't make ends meet? That's part of what's inspired United Way's 860 project.
And we are now joined by Eric Harrison, the president and CEO of the United Way of Central and Northeastern Connecticut, and Karen Lott, the executive director of the Women's League Child Development Center. They are standing together to end poverty right here in our backyards. Thank you both so much for being here today.
Thanks for having us. Good to be here.
Well, it's a very important topic to talk about. So, Eric, let's start with you. What are the most common challenges that households are facing? 40%, that's a staggering number. So what are we talking about with those families?
Yeah, I mean, just think about your daily bills, right, and what costs the most, right? So housing, obviously, you know, paying your mortgage is really challenging. Rent as well. Childcare is a very big expense that families face, and that's our partnership really with the Women's League and Karen's organization. So you know, we want to be sure that everyone is able to get by and really just alleviate any of those challenges or barriers. So we're looking at innovative ways to partner with organizations like hers, not just in childcare, but within housing and homelessness and healthcare, as well as wages as well for individuals.
And before, Karen, we dive into what you're offering, what ways are you trying to address these challenges that we're talking about?
Yeah, actually, for the second year in a row, we launched a rapid response fund. This was in the fall when the cold winter, weather was about to approach, and we did $100,000 to all the municipalities in our service region, 52 townships, and so those individual townships were able to give individual cash assistance to individuals who were facing the threat of homelessness.
That's remarkable.
So they could use those funds basically to pay different bills. So they would have more money to pay their rent. And so we're really looking at prevention as well. We're not just being responsive and reactive. We have to be preventative so the numbers don't,
get ahead of it a little bit. Oh, so Karen, let's talk because obviously child care is one of those major concerns. So how do parents find child care if they're in one of these positions?
So child care, one way that families can access child care if they're looking is contacting 211. And in the Hartford area, there are resources that you can find through the city of Hartford to direct you to affordable child care. And so that's a really important issue for parents to be able to lift themselves out of poverty and be able to be gainfully employed. They have to have reliable and high-quality early childhood education.
All right,
access.
You said two huge words here that are key that every parent is looking for when we're talking about child care. High quality and for it to be affordable. So, what does that do for parents when they can find that high-quality child care that we're talking about?
Yeah, finding high-quality child care for families, one, gives them that peace of mind that when they go to work, that their child is in a safe, nurturing environment, and that their child is being exposed to the academic content that's going to prepare them for kindergarten. So our goal at the Women's League is to make sure that when our children leave us, and they come to us as early as 3 months of age, that they're ready to go off to kindergarten and be successful. And that child's success in school is a factor that can deter poverty in the future.
Right, we're talking about those developmental milestones, right?
Yes.
And how long, Karen, have you been partnering up with United Way for?
Wow, this has been a long-standing partnership since 1926.
Wow.
The Women's League was one of the first minority organizations that the United Way, that was then known as the Community Chest, has funded. And so since then, the United Way has been a great partner with us in making sure that childcare in the Hartford area is affordable for families and that it's high quality as well.
Yeah, that's huge.
And I would just point out that, with our messaging of Onward 860, these issues are not unique to one city or one township. We're all facing these issues. Just for an example, with our Rapid Response Fund, the first town to sign up for that fund was the town of Avon.
Oh,
which is not a town that you would think, would be in need or have families that are struggling to get by, but there are families in every single zip code throughout Connecticut.
Right, and Nicole, you had said that before we came back this morning, but it's everyone's backyard, right?
Yep.
So why is now the time to take action? What can we do? What can we do to help?
Yeah, I think it's programs like these, right? You know, spreading the word, you know, making sure that people understand the resources that are available to them. Karen mentioned 211. You can also go online, 211ct.org, and navigate it there as well. But it's just really important for organizations to really connect with individuals, and we have to partner collectively. It cannot just be the nonprofit organizations. It cannot just be government. We have to all come together and make sure that people have access to every resource available.
And we have the information on your screen here. You know, are there businesses that come to you and say, hey, I want to help out and volunteer or partner up here?
Yeah, absolutely. We actually have Read for the Record is tomorrow. That we partner with Hartford Public Schools and New Britain Public Schools and also East Hartford. So we'll have, you know, a couple hundred volunteers from local businesses that'll be reading to children tomorrow.
That's great.
Awesome.
And it's all about building those long-lasting community relationships too, you know? I mean, I think we feel more when we're meeting the people in our backyard that also need the help as well. So thank you so much for the amazing work
Eric
you're
and Karen,
doing.
thank you both so much. And again, all that information will be posted up on WFSB.com. All right.
I appreciate it.
Thank you.
Another great